Good evening, everybody. It is, what's up, my man? What's up? It is an absolute pleasure to be together with you all again, celebrating the very best of basketball. It has been a long time coming, but they say good things come to those who wait, and tonight we enshrine the newest members of the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, the class of 2020. And what a spectacular class it is in their own way. Each member of this amazing group has elevated the art form and taken the game to unprecedented heights. Their contributions have impacted the game on a global scale. And once again, as I look around the room, it's full of some of the greatest the game has ever seen. Nate Tiny Archibald is right over there. Now, he's the only man to ever lead the league in scoring and assists in the same season, 34 and 11, and that was without a three-point line. It is also a pleasure to see Ann Myers, who remains the only woman, she remains the only woman to ever sign an NBA contract, and Nancy Lieberman. Hey. Nancy was so good that they named the award for the best point guard in women's college right after her. They named it after her. And speaking of that, there is a three-time winner of that very award in the house tonight, my girl, fellow Oregon Duck, Sabrina Ionescu. Che Foch, Sabrina, Che Foch. Spencer Haywood is here tonight. Now, as you know, Spencer opened the door that allowed players like Kevin Garnett and Kobe Bryant to chase their dreams right out of high school. Someone who needs no introduction, Irvin Magic Johnson. I think it's important to recognize that Bill Russell, one of the absolute one of the absolute players of all time, the greatest players of all time, is in attendance tonight, and I'm going to leave it right at that. Now, I could do this all night, but there are tall tales to be told. Some of them might be a little true. So without any further ado, let's tip this thing off. Now, destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. And in the case of Kevin Garnett, it was a choice to pursue his destiny on his own schedule. He knew when his time had arrived, even if others were not so sure. Now, looking back, it's obvious to anyone who ever saw Kevin play why he was put here and how he went about answering that call. KG was full of fire and fury, and whenever he stepped on the court, he was all in all the time.
Here I come, world. Here I come.
Oh, the big ticket! The most versatile player in the game. Kevin Garnett is an absolute winner. One of the all-time greats.
Kevin Garnett burst upon the national scene at Farragut Academy in Chicago, and his dominance made him uniquely qualified to become the first high school player in 20 years to go straight to the NBA.
Why do you think you are ready to step from high school to the NBA?
One reason I think I'm ready is because I work so hard.
After being chosen 5th overall by Minnesota in the 1995 draft, the kid was clearly up for the challenge.
Saves it to Garnett. 2-on-1, Garnett. Oh, my goodness!
I saw a young kid come in with an unbelievable drive. And everything you challenged him on, he just fought so hard to get better at.
He was that 6'11" guy. He had style like a god.
Showtime.
Kevin Garnett has just electrified this arena.
He could do it all, man.
Garnett transformed a young franchise into a perennial playoff contender.
What made him go was his aggression, his competitiveness. It was just out of this world. I'll never forget, there was one time we played him. He was waiting by the sideline where we got out of the timeout, and he was walking with me the entire way, nose to nose,
2004 was the pinnacle of his Timberwolves career, leading the team to the Western Conference Finals and winning league MVP. After 12 years in Minnesota, setting every major franchise record, he would move on to Boston in 2007, where he would add to his legacy.
He changes the culture the moment he walks into your franchise. He had already been an MVP and all-star. He'd done everything except for win a title.
I always said you were my favorite player to watch. You never disappoint me.
During his first season in Boston, he won Defensive Player of the Year and helped deliver banner number 17.
Right hand dunk, Garnett! The game's original monarchy has regained the throne.
Anything's possible!
Over his 21-year career, Garnett was a 15-time NBA All-Star, an Olympic champion,
It's KG with the gold, baby. You know how we do.
a 9-time All-Defensive First-Team selection, and he ranks 9th on the NBA's all-time rebounds list. But what stands out above all was his unmatched will to win.
There's nobody in history that brought more passion and intensity to the NBA than Kevin Garnett.
Welcoming Kevin to the Hall of Fame is another Chicago area high school legend who became one of the greatest point guards of all time, Isaiah Thomas. Anything is possible, Kevin Garnett.
And it is, and it is. I told them I wanted to go first, man, because I know we got the OGs in here. I know y'all got a bedtime in a minute, so I wanted Bill Russell to hear my speech before they all fell asleep. I want to thank Bill Willoughby, Darrell Dawkins, Moses Malone, Spencer Haywood, for the sacrifices that they took, that I'm being able to stand up here in front of you guys today. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. It's a big deal for me. It's a big deal for me to pay homage to the ones that came before me. Magic Johnson, thank you for your inspiration. Michael Jordan, thank you for being a big brother, the constant. I want to thank you for the bald head secrets. I appreciate it. I appreciate it if you give me the secrets on how to grow it back. But I want to thank Isaiah Thomas for being up here. It's a huge honor for you to be up here with me, Zeke. Thank you. You know, a lot of people didn't know back in when I was a young guy in Chicago, Zeke gave me some profound advice, which made me, or helped me make a decision of going straight to high school. So I want to thank you, Zeke. Seriously, thank you. I think today they would call that tampering, so, you know. But a lot of people don't know I'm from South Carolina. I'm a country boy. I like to say that. Help hone my skills. My mother's a very intense and very passionate woman who cared about her craft, cared about the quality of her craft, and I think I took some of that from her. So if you guys want to blame me or blame the intensity, blame her for that. I want to thank my mother Shirley for that. To my older sister Sonia, I love you. Thank you for being my rock and my strong place. To my dates tonight, my two gorgeous daughters, Capri and Coco, thank you for being here. Thank you, Brand. To Ace, Camila, Naya, I love you guys. To Kendra, thank you. Bill, George, Joey, Russ, my team, thank you guys for your support. To my personal friends, Bug, Art, and Still, thank you guys. But I want to thank South Carolina, Springfield Park, where I learned to play, all the countless coaches that I had throughout my years. I want to say thank you, South Carolina. The city of Chicago, I want to thank you for adopting me, bringing me in as one of your own. William Nelson, Ron Eskridge, coaches that were huge mentors to me. I thank you guys for teaching me the game. Ronnie Fields, one of the best teammates I've ever had in my life. George's Music, all the Travelers, Bebe, South Side, West Side, all the places that I learned to play. I want to thank the city of Chicago for honing me and preparing me for the NBA. Thank you. To the city of Minneapolis, I look forward to rebuilding you. To the Timberwolves organization, to Kevin McHale, who's here. Thank you, Kev. Thank you, Flip. Rest in peace. For teaching me, for helping me. Sam Mitchell, to being a constant brother. Sam Cassell, being an annoying ass in my ear all these years. To Gary Trent, the biggest piece of work I know. To Troy Hudson, Trent Hassel, real friends that I have today. My only regret with Minnesota is that I didn't get to bring a championship, but like I said, I look forward to rebuilding Minneapolis, and I wanted to say thank you to the city and to the state. Thank you, Minnesota. To the Boston Celtics, Rick Grossbeck, Dr. Cass, Jim Pilata, I want to thank y'all for an amazing ownership group. Danny Ainge, your vision, Doc Rivers, your leadership, helping me be not only a better player, but a better person. Thank you for teaching me in Butu. I feel like I represent all of us up here, so thank you for that. Paul Pierce, I expect to see you up here next year. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for your continued brotherhood and the brotherhood between us. We've been together since about 14, 15. Thank you for the Sundays on Crenshaw. I appreciate it. But yeah, all my brothers in the Celtic family, thank you. Celtic Nation, I love you. I appreciate you. To the Brooklyn Nets, when I was actually making this speech, man, I was thinking about, man, there's nobody else in Brooklyn there when I was there, so. But I wanted to say thank you to Brent Yermart, Billy King, Jason Kidd, Brooke Lopez, Joe Johnson for being just constant good people. It made my New York experience unbelievable, so thank you guys. My Olympic experience to USA Basketball, I seen Thule in here, Jim Thule, Big Sean. Thank you guys for an amazing experience. If athletes out there haven't experienced the Olympics, I would say give that one an experience, man. It's an unbelievable one. I think everybody should experience that once in their life. But thank you for that. I appreciate you. I want to say thank you to all the fans, man. Seriously, for everybody. For all the fans that ever cheered for me, booed me, it's all good with me. I appreciate you loving the sport, loving sports. It's because of the fans is that we athletes are immortalized, so thank you. My final remarks are, I played the game, it's hard, played the game with the passion. I wanted to say, Timmy, thank you, man. Congratulations to you and Cole. Seriously, it was nothing epic of when we battled. I look forward to all the battles, seriously. And I thank you for taking me to another level, you and Rashid. I appreciate you. It's an honor to go in the hall with you, bro. You and Cole. Congratulations, Vanessa. I love y'all. That's my time. Thank you, guys. I love y'all.
There have only been 5 coaches in the history of women's college basketball to win 1,000 games. Now, when Barbara Stevens of Bentley University joined that elite group, she provided great insight into what made her such a success. When she was asked what was next for the greatest winner in the history of Division II women's basketball, she replied, the next one, Southern Connecticut. That's where our focus is, and that's where our preparation will be tomorrow. Now, that laser-like focus and attention to detail is what Barbara Stevens was all about.